We're ready. Audio is capturing. Everything is set up. Had a lot of technical issues today, as always. But we are now ready to dive back in where we left off. With Yorgrim the Stabby Dwarf. Right, we still have a bit of a bad trip here. We survived. After me messing around with drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. Let's start the stream like that. And maybe we look at this salad helmet. And indeed, oh god, it's much better than I thought it would be. It costs me a bit of energy. But we were doing bad trip. Oh, okay. Al-Qud. To have infinite energy during the fight, and I think I might do that against the Manticore anyway, and then having a salad helmet to reduce your energy a bit is not a big problem. So I don't see the problem. Looks kind of silly. It's a little bit big for the little dwarf. Look at that. That's kind of funny. In the kettle helmet would also be an upgrade. I actually like how that looks a little bit better, but I'll go with the salad helmet. Throw that thing on the ground. Really bad aim, man. Omnipotent jumping in. I can't even start a stream without you guys being here. It's good. It's good. I hope you had a nice weekend. Sorry for starting so late. I've been struggling with this whole, instead of having chat on the phone, how do we get the whole stream set up so that I can look at chat over here where I used to have it, and now I had an epiphany, and now everything works as it is supposed to. Golden indeed. Now I don't remember. I mean, I do remember what we were doing. We were doing the troll, killed the troll in the previous episode, previous stream. And now the next big target will be the Manticore. I am level 11. And I think we have already visited the Rotten Willow at this level. So we don't have to go and check out the Rotten Willow right now. But at level 12 I'll do it. And I'll do it every level beyond level 11 here. So that we can figure out when we can get the Manticore quest and try to do it as low level as possible. Didn't watch the troll fight. Was it difficult? You know, nah, no big deal. No, yeah, it was interesting. You can watch the episode on the YouTubes, of course. So like, I actually watched that entire fight myself just because I thought it was a really good fight. Yeah, I liked it. Okay, let's get the gameplay rolling here. I'm kind of stumped for what to do, but I think we will do an Osbrook dungeon if we can get away with it. I know it's low level, but like sort of get the juices flowing today. Oh, we have no money, but of course I'm going to turn in the troll quest, so we should be right rich in a hot second here. The shields go to the carpenter. You don't remember the last stream? Neither do I, Billy. Don't worry about it. Infinite clearing. 100 gold per shield here. No, not really. Okay. We have some Nikaf here. Maybe we can do a Manchar dungeon instead of doing an Osbrook dungeon. It'll be worth a bit more. I just think the Bryn dungeons are actually too tough. The troll is dead. As you can see, I am still here. Oh, that's right, we get a cloak for that. The jousting cloak. Physical resistance 5%. Okay, more than the current. I mean, there's no doubt that I will be making this upgrade. More dodge chance, less damage taken. That's just a good cloak all around. And it comes with that nice yellow color. I like that. Even though you can't see a lot of it, I really like that it is shown on the character in the background there. Good stuff. And 4,000 gold. So now I can repair all this stuff. Maybe we can do a Bryn dungeon. Maybe I shouldn't be such a scaredy cat. Just checking what the different things cost to repair here. It's not too bad all around. It'll be the hat, but hopefully we only have to pay the big payout once for the salad helmet here. I will repair that. Just sell this to you, that's fine. Cool. Drop that. We will pick up the lockpicks. One more bandage. One more water skin. Healing salve. Some daggers to throw around. What about these? What are they? Slashing resistance 5%. Nah. Pocket purse. We'll pick up a Nikkev. But I'll do Nikkev for the dungeon then, not Hornet Honey. I was about to pick up the Hornet Honey too. Here's more healing salve. We have the Surgeon's Toolkit, which is still good. Herbal extract, sure. Okay. Did you have a chance to watch some of the recommended anime series last week? Last week? That would be 2 weeks ago. I still have that list here. The answer is no. I mean, I've added them to my list. But, like, I have so many TV shows on my list. Oh, I will, is there a particular one that you think I should prioritize? Omnipotent? You can repair the Surgeon's Toolkit. That's news to me. Maybe this is just a superior body part fixing tool. It takes up the same space as 2 splints, but then you have more uses out of it. But it comes with pain when you use it, so not so sure about it. Before we go to Bryn, and I will go to Bryn, but before we go to Bryn, gotta stock up on food, because food is expensive in Bryn. No, the baker. The baker. It's cheap. Can you give me a ride to Bryn? You recommend a death raid? I'm sure the other ones are great too. Yeah, no, I have not looked at it in detail. But it is on my list here. It's actually one that I've never even heard of outside of your recommendation. So I have no idea what it's about. Or maybe we should do that thing that I talked about in the last stream, where we, at the end of this stream here, we will take do a little thing and look through all the recommendations that I've gotten on the channel, so that I don't forget, and that we can involve the rest of the community in it. I could buy the Elven Ice Wine and all the stuff to activate the shops here in Bryn, but honestly, never really cared for them. I think Felix played Death Parade. I think the main character is a crow. Was that called Death Parade? To be fair, I do not remember the name of that game, so it may be a Death Parade. I feel like it was a different thing, though. Also, good evening, Juafa. Wafer. Crawler Burrow. I want to buy out his identification scrolls here. I actually needed We need the enchantment scroll for my new hat. So we do have to go to the potion merchant. We have to visit the gem merchant. I think we had some business there. Death's Door, right. That was it. It's an anime series, not a game. Death Parade the Enemy. Personally didn't like that one. Gave it 3 episode chance and just didn't catch me. Okay. Well, I'll make up my own mind, don't worry. What other show is that I did that with recently? I forget. I tried watching Frontier with Aquaman. I forget what his real name is. Jason Momoa. He stars in a show called Frontier, and I tried watching that. I have this weird rule where I'm always watching an anime and a live action show. So this was my... Now there's no other live action shows that I'm watching right now, so I was trying out the Frontier. And it didn't catch me. Kind of the same story as Dwarf said here. Like, didn't really get into it. Don't forget food, thanks. The anime that I'm watching right now is called Cannon Busters. And I'm not sure about that show. It's interesting and funny, but also really dumb. So right now I'm still watching it, but it's kind of weird. And I'm not sure I like it. I'll give it... I hadn't lost interest yet, let's say, put it like that. More vivifying essence and an enchantment scroll. Block power plus 9. That's actually kind of useful at this point. Because my blocks with the deflect here can't block enough at the moment. But now it might be able to. What other potions are you selling? Hallucinations, precision. Spider blood flask. It might be interesting to try to throw this at the Manticore. I could imagine that the Manticore has some poison resistance though. Acid bath for 5 turns. I've seen another streamer use this one now and it looked pretty good against the troll. Maybe not against the Manticore, but 280. I'll purchase it. Pain is good for you because of Berserker tradition, so Surgeon Kit is great. Oh. Well, we will be in pain regardless, and there's such a thing as too much pain, even if I have dual wielding Berserker tradition. What does it do? Extra weapon damage for each % of pain. Oh. I don't think you want to try to get pain just because of this. But I see what you mean. It helps. No reason to tempt fate. What's your favorite anime or anime genre? We can post that to the chat. Mine, I think, anime genre. I think I like Western anime the most. So like, if I had to pick any animated show, it's probably something like Gravity Falls. And then if it's more like the Japanese anime type, then we're over in One Punch Man. One Punch Man is definitely... And Primal, as Omnipotent points out, is also an amazing show. Could easily be the top one. I think I want to buy the net for 70. No. What does a smoke bomb cost? 98. Tell me the rumors. Okay, and then a contract. I will do the Burn Dungeon. Sure. So drop the Caustic Flask. That is not for this dungeon. Then we will go and fill the water skin. Then I will go and sleep. And then we will head out. I thought the ending to Primal Season 2 was a little bit rushed, maybe. And I hope what it did was to like build up for Season 3, because that seemed like it would be really fun, but it also kind of felt like an ending, so maybe not. One Punch Man has indeed been announced for Season 3. Hell yes. But like, if you want to read the manga, I think the manga is the best thing of all time, like the best cartoon I've ever watched, like yeah, written cartoon that I've ever read. And my point was that there's so much that one season of One Punch Man will not even get us like halfway. There's enough material, I think, for 4 or 5 more seasons of One Punch Man, so I'm not sure how they're gonna pull that off. My big worry is that, of course, that they will rush it and try to squeeze too much into one season. Like Goblin Slayer? Okay. I remember my little brother showed me not One Punch Man, Goblin Slayer just after it came out, and oh, I'm trying to move the chat here. This one here. And I remember we were watching it, and I'm like, okay, this is a pretty decent show, and then stuff started to happen, and I looked at my brother and said, okay, you know what, I think this is very mature of you. I think that it's nice that you and I as brothers can sit here and watch porn together. So it's a very risque show anyway. Sentine lose. Goblin Slayer isn't porn? Mm-hmm. Sure. Only one episode has sexual content. Okay, well I don't know. I don't think I kept watching. I don't remember really. It's just, it made a big impression on me. He sends me to the same dungeon every time. We've not been to any other dungeons out here in Bryn. Oh, and we need to throw one purse here. I have medical supplies, I have lockpicks, we have repaired, I have food, water, my rest buff. I'm still intoxicated after the bad trip, but other than that, we're good. We can maybe hit up a buck bean. That's really good. Okay. Is there more than one season of that by now? I've not been keeping up to tabs with it. There's only one season, okay. Berserker Tradition gives you damage resistance based on health, so it kind of negates pain. But the problem with the high pain, in my opinion, is that after you hit, I think it's 50%, you start to stumble around and get confusion. And that was killing me in the troll fight when we did it the first time. I had a pain curse. And so that was killing me. You can't fight the troll if you're stumbling around in confusion. So that's the only reason I'm like against it. Not because of the extra damage necessarily. Calling Goblin Slayer porn is like calling Game of Thrones hardcore porn. Okay, sure. Agree to disagree. Let's get into this. Oh my god, and I made a mistake in the first turn of combat in the first fight. Good stuff. Catch! Good start. I've been looking at... We can talk a bit about daggers and my build thus far. I'm actually kind of unsatisfied with my build. I'll stab him. Good. He's bleeding. I misclicked. Okay. For some reason I thought this would just be a cakewalk. Trick is to walk the fine line of pain. 40 pain is 20% more damage, so you don't get stumbling. Exactly. And well, so then my opinion is that it's probably best to just try to fight pain in the first place to avoid it. But I can see why Berserker tradition might make you want to actually kind of min-max it and manage it a bit. And you will always be in some pain. Like, even if I'm not trying to get it, it will be there. Okay, the thing that I wanted to say about the daggers, let me finish that thought real quick. This is my current build for the daggers. I've spent 4 points in the dagger tree. Oh, and I'm gonna defeat my own point here, but these two over here, they don't do that much for me. The Gaping Wound, I picked this one very early on, and I'm not very happy with it. It has not been doing what I wanted it to do. And specifically, I picked it because I thought it would be amazing against the troll. And it never landed. I never landed a bleeding against the troll, and so I never got the Gaping Wound debuff on the troll. So it was completely useless against the troll, and it just made me spend a lot of energy in the combat and a lot of turns doing this subpar attack. Not what I thought would happen, but that's what happened. And then there's the other From the Shadows things, which thrown daggers do extra damage, and I'm still using it, but it's not worth it. For those two same points, we could have gotten Deadly Trick, then Dance Macabre. And then I'm realizing, of course, I can't actually get Dance Macabre because I don't have the 5 points into Agility and Perception here. And that's because I spent point into Strength then, instead of Perception and Agility. But this one, though, whenever you crit with daggers, you permanently apply the target with extra damage taken and bleed resistance. So against the troll, which kind of like keeps you, he extends the fight by he keeps regenerating and regenerating and regenerating. But with this one, I would over time, with a not crits from the daggers, we would apply him with extra damage taken and lowered bleed resistance. This effect stacks infinitely. So at some point, if you can keep dancing with the troll, you will just be dealing so much extra damage from this one thing that you will kill the troll. And I think the Manticore too. This is like a boss slayer passive. I was reading these two, and the counterattack mastery too is really, really good, but not as much as the Dance Macabre. So I would have negated these two, or like not taken these two skills, gotten the Deadly Trick probably, and then we couldn't have gotten the Dance Macabre earlier unless I had not gone into Strength, which may have been the better play then. Daggers are crap weapons, exactly, but awesome skills. But your mistake was not getting active skills for daggers. Again, the Gaping Wound. Once you got double stab, your damage went way up. Yeah, because I was relying so heavily on the Gaping Wound doing the thing that I thought it would, but it didn't. I'll post some anime recommendations in your Discord based on the previous conversation. Hopefully the dagger run goes well. Sure. I have no shortage of anime to watch though, but sure. Daggers and staves and spears are like that. Crap weapons without skills, but possibly best skills. Daggers and staves and skills. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the spears are the strongest weapon type in the game, I think, but not without spending skills. They do nothing without skills, which is interesting. Did he do damage? I don't know if I can kill a Gulon. Or 2 Gulons, for that matter. We're not that far away from the save point, so I'll do it, of course. Nice. Got him. They don't do skills at all, so the Gaping Wound is kind of useless here. Here, it still will make him bleed, probably. He has no armor either, so I won't. Okay, and here, we leg sweep. Oh, and he's bleeding. Nice. Very good. Throw another breath at them. Wow, that guy is bleeding. Oh. Nice. Let me go and hit them so that I get XP from fighting them. This is dumb. Why did he... Oh, he fled and then I killed him with an attack of opportunity. I want to hit him just once at least so that we get the XP here. And then, like that. 22. Good. Ow. He's bleeding. So then the blocking is pretty good here. Oh. And he follows. Again. Nice. Okay. That could have gone better.
You're a wizard, Harry.
72 cuts. You're a wizard. Thank you for the follow. Quick question, what do you run with geomancy? Staves, shield, and one-handed or two-handed? So staves is the short answer. Staves do not give you any extra cost on spells. Oh, I can't rest, but I am sleeping. Interesting. Yeah, staves do not have extra energy cost, shields, and any other weapon except daggers. You can do daggers. And a light shield. But like if you hover over any kind of weapon, you will notice at the bottom it says extra skills energy cost and spells energy cost. And so if you're focusing primarily on spells, you really want to find any kind of weapon that do not give you extra spell cost, because your big limiter will be how many spells you can cast in succession. Right? If you run out of mana, you die. Okay. Here we see how the pain can be a problem. Now it didn't matter because there was no more fighting to be done here, but yeah. It's just super annoying. German school, traveling staff, nothing special. Another puppy will help with the pain. And I do have a herbal extract to also manage the pain a bit. Alright, into the dungeon we go. And these will be the vampires again. Oh, okay. So let me... We gotta have the trap detection, of course. And I want it on 1. There's a trap. Here's a bat. Ah. To me, little bat. I didn't bring a whole lot of the healing cells, and that may be a problem. Oh, and I aggroed another one, really? Didn't think that through. There's an enemy here. They didn't hear us. I think. You would think that they heard that scream though, right? Annoying. Now they heard me. I think. Nice. Good. It's another one of those screaming ladies. Let me get the dash available. Guys are not too tough. They are more like a support creature for other enemies. Another first-time chatter. Any tips on energy management? The energy consumption on bows is so high. I shot 2 arrows, long shot and piercing shot, and have no mana left for close combat. Yeah, I've not done bows in the newest update. I have heard about other people having this problem though, and it didn't used to be like that, but I'm not sure why that is happening. So maybe you need to get into like a vitality when you do bows. Perception and then vitality. I think that's better than willpower. Willpower would give you ability cost reduction. I think you should do some vitality maybe. Maybe that is necessary. Again, I haven't done it myself with bows. But why are we doing close combat? Should you do close combat with bows? Maybe what you need to do is do more basic shots that don't require energy. I'm just grasping for straws here, but like, not sure what the fix is. I want to dash into him, I think. So that he doesn't have a turn to spend his life leech at range. We could as well pop acrimony before that, giving me bleed resistance. This is a a chosen? Yeah, chosen. So they're pretty tough. Let me spend the acrimony. And then do the thing. I want to be here. It's tricky because to use the keeping distance correctly, we gotta be placing ourselves in specific spots. And none of these are good. So did that help? Yes. Now I can go diagonally from him and step diagonally away. That's really important. Good start. We dodged and counterstruck, which is exactly what the dash will allow me to do. So that made a lot of sense. Then I will seize the initiative. Then do keeping distance. And stepping diagonally here is the real thing. If you step like if we were going vertically from him and then stepped vertically away, sometimes they sidestep, like step diagonally instead of stepping directly to you. And so they avoid the keeping distance because they have to step into the tire that we were in. If we go diagonally, they cannot, if they want to close the distance, they cannot do anything other than step to that specific spot. There, and he's bleeding. Didn't take a hit from him. Nice. It's a hybrid build, bow, dual daggers. Okay, well, again, maybe the... I'm not sure you should be doing close combat at all when you do bow, but maybe then you shouldn't do skills with your daggers. And then why are you doing daggers? Maybe you shouldn't do daggers. You should do like a sword and a shield in melee. I know it's thematic to have dual daggers, but it's not very good. So I think that may be part of your problem. Can't hit him from here, and he's got a friend, so I'm a little bit scared here. Especially since we can't see the friend, but the friend wasn't aggroed. Good stuff. Pull him away. I'll fight him here, it's fine. He is pretty rough, this guy. But he's relying on me bleeding. Then he will net me. He's got the spear, but that's not a problem. I should throw my daggers at him. Yeah, and then we will try to skip a turn to reduce the duration of effect by a few turns, depending on strength and agility, and it works. Okay. I feel like maybe that was the spider's web where it didn't work. So I will do it again here, then block his spear hit. There, now we will go for... I'll seize initiative first. Then he staggered me and put all my stuff on cooldown. Right, that's the thing that he can do. Here we will now go keeping distance. And I'm actually interested to see if seized initiative will get extra stacks out of this one. Since it doesn't target directly, it might have a different effect here. Yeah, it doesn't give extra stacks. Okay. Other targeted abilities like the Gaping Wound will give extra seized initiative stacks. Is he bleeding? No. Okay, but I will... not if he has abilities available. Yeah, he's got his spear hit, so I won't use leg sweep. He used his spear attack. Okay, so then we will leg sweep. Not hitting a whole lot with the daggers today. Here we can do keeping distance. Then we can do a lunge. Got good, and then there's a rat. Good stuff. Staff, because staff has a lot of energy regen. Yeah, but staffs do low damage though. So I don't think if you're not doing staff skills, few skills to get it online. Yeah, maybe. Dual wielding, you need to invest a lot into dual wielding tree. I hoped opportune moment would solve your energy problems, but sadly not. I think the problem then, if you get into close combat after having fought with the bow, your opportune moment won't trigger often enough. You know, you're already in the thick of the combat. It's too late for a little bit of energy regen to save your butt. You're basically dead if you don't kill them fast enough, and the daggers won't carry you. Got energy drain enchant on daggers, that could help. Yeah, again, just having a sword instead would be better, so... And I know I'm making it work with daggers right now, but I have said repeatedly throughout this playthrough that it would probably be stronger if I had just done swords instead. We're doing this for the gimmick. And it's fun. Oh, I keep forgetting. I'm supposed to switch between my two sets here. Right. So we've been doing the sword set most of the time, which is fine, but when I do the dagger skills, I gotta switch into the dagger set. Right. So I'm actually been misplaying it here. I forgot about this. Let me go here. So let me read through that again. When we do seize initiative, it uses one of the weapons. We wanted to use the sword. Then I'm staggered, but that's not a problem. So then when we want to do double lunge, we gotta switch into the daggers to have a higher damage hit with the dagger skill. Yes. This is the problem. Is he about to die? Kinda. Kill him. 28. And then, yeah, we need the daggers here. Good. And there's the blood, indeed. I can't fight him right now, we gotta run. Those blood guys are so dangerous. So Poppy to get rid of some of the pain, and then we will use some healing salves now. One use of healing salve left. I may have underestimated how many we needed of those. And I forgot to use the Nikif for the dungeon. We're hell done. How am I still intoxicated? At 48 or 45? Because the poppy gives us extra. Okay. I should have done something to combat that before we left town, I think. Here's a bog bean. That helps. Bog bean gets rid of intoxication, yes. The baguette's better than ham. Ham is extremely expensive in Bryn, and the long bread here is pretty cheap, yeah, by comparison. And so they have an expiration date, but we'll eat it before it becomes a problem. Cheaper but gives you thirst, exactly, so you have to bring... But I'm always bringing 2 water skins, so we'll be fine. But if it was like a longer trip and I had more baguettes, then it might have been a problem, sure. Oh, we can net him, but that's not a good idea.